See the dog, Tuco, biting the leg of Jeffrey Ryans, even as he was yelling, "I'm on the ground, why are you biting me?" Salt Lake County DA Sim Gill says they've reviewed the video and they believe it was an unlawful use of that dog. The Salt Lake City Civilian Review Board says not only did Officer Nicholas Pierce use excessive force when arresting Ryans, but they found it disturbing a supervisor didn't report this properly.
Sim Gill says Ryan's legs had permanently disfigured from that attack. Our top national stories we're following tonight from ABC News. We are hearing from WKRG 5 News tonight that one person's dead, another missing after Hurricane Sally roared ashore Orange Beach, Alabama. City Administrator Ken Grimes says the man was killed and a woman is missing in the north side of the Bay, Back Bay area. Grimes said it appears to be water-related as a result of Hurricane Sally. Coming up here in the Valley, it looks like it's going to be a little on the warm side heading into the weekend, and then some changes in the forecast next. KSL News Time 7:32.
Even with school and work upside down right now, we're here.
Markets out of whack? We're here.
We're here for you with important news before 9.
You can always count on us.
KSL News Radio, Utah's all-day companion for news.
This is Derek Miller of the Salt Lake Chamber with your Utah Business Report. The first round of the Weber Cares grant has come to a close. Since its opening on July 6th, approximately 583 applications came in from businesses located in Weber County, with funds being awarded to over 80% of applicants. The total amount funded in the first round came to approximately $7.3 million. Weber County partnered with 13 mayors in their cities to responsibly build and organize the Weber Cares program in a way that assists the most businesses during this difficult time. Due to this collaborative effort, hard work, and dedication, Weber County is confident they can move forward with the second round of this program. For more information, visit webercares.com. The Salt Lake Chamber. We stand as the voice of business.
Deseret Media Companies, a proud member of the Salt Lake Chamber.
Donate your car to Charity Hotline. This is Roger.
Hi, Roger would like to donate my car.
Yeah, good. Leave the keys in it, park it on the street, and we'll send the tow.
Where's your office?
In New Jersey, where you want it to be.
Well, Roger,
yeah.
I want to make sure my donation helps Utah kidney patients.
It will.
Which ones?
Well, does it matter?
Yes, I want the money to stay in Utah.
And boy, have you got the wrong number.
If you want your car donation to help people here in Utah, turn your car into a kidney car for the National Kidney Foundation of Utah and Idaho. Hi, this is Luz Lewis Perez. Kidney Cars is the Beehive State's #1 choice for charity car donation since 1990. When you donate your car to Kidney Cars, funding stays in Utah to help local Utah kidney patients and funds local medical research. Kidney Cars gets donors the highest tax deduction, along with free towing. Visit towcars.org and learn more. That's Tow Cars with a K like kidney. That's TOWKARS.org.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by Mountain America Credit Cards. Find your fave injury crash coming in West Valley tonight, 40th West, 3500 South. Looks like also up north, trouble southbound Legacy Parkway, 915 North Centerville, and Harrison Boulevard at 3800 South in Ogden, and in the Lehigh area in Utah County, crash on westbound Pioneer Crossing at 30th West. Valley weather on the way down to about 64 degrees tonight, and it's going to be plenty warm tonight, or tomorrow rather, for your Thursday. It's going to be 91 and 89 Friday. Here comes a big cool down for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday in the 70s, back up into the 80s on Monday. Clear right now, 81 at 7:36 at KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, KSLNewsRadio.com. This is Utah's all-day companion for news.
KSL's Unrivaled. The teams you live for. The sports you love. Scott Mitchell and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. It's KSL's Unrivaled. Alex Keary, Scott Mitchell. Thanks for being with us. And yes, as the world of sports turns in an ever so odd way.
Did I tell you that I might be calling college football games?
See, that's why I thought you were
Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't. And that's the thing is maybe I should have told you that because
probably should have done something.
You were so grumpy about it the first two segments. I was
kind of dropped
Scott,
the ball, Alex. Jeez.
This is us talking about you going back to the Palouse, baby.
The Palouse.
This is you calling Utah games.
You
with
know,
Bill
as bad
Riley,
as it
man.
is, there's something that just draws you to it.
No,
I don't know what it is. It's just
that's like a scary haunted house. It's not a good thing.
Well, but it still draws you
Something
to
draws me in.
it. Yes.
Something in the window draws me in.
Let's just get in the car and go away. No, let's go to the garage and find a chainsaw.
Yes, that's you guys going to Wazoo.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if they just kind of keep things in the normal order that they did, or if they're going to change things overall. One of the things that we were talking about with how things could get done more quickly is right now California's leadership at the county and at the state levels are really vague about how to work out, and like it's like written by guys who've never played football or something. They're like, we will allow you to touch one another no more than 4 times during the practice. There will be no 11 on 11, but 5 on 5 is allowed. It's like this. It's so weird that these guys are making these dumb rules.
You know why it's dumb? Because 5 on 5 never works in any situation in football. It's 1 on 1, 9 on 7, 7 on 7, or 11 on 11.
Right.
If you know football, and people out there go, "Oh, well, I didn't know that," but that's if you know football.
Those are the classic.
Those are common.
5 on 5 is not a thing.
5 on 5 is pickup basketball. We got next. It is not football.
But let me ask you this. Because with things moving forward like this, and with the Pac-12 looking at getting going, why not, for the time being, if you're trying to figure out full contact practices before you start up? Because I don't think that the Pac-12 can start up. The other institutions can't start up unless everybody can start up, right?
Right.
And so move it to California, or move California to Arizona.
Or here's another idea.
Move it to Rio Tinto Stadium.
No,
I don't
like
care.
moving, and it's been discussed, right? The moving to different states. They've talked about Arizona.
Just for a couple weeks.
Talked about the possibility of coming to Utah. Another option, if moving is kind of cumbersome, is make everyone practice under the same guidelines. So if they're limited in the number of
5 on 5 for Kyle Whittingham.
whatever it is, yeah. that all the schools have to. So everyone's preparing under the same headline or the same kind of rules, and because then you don't run into a situation like what happened with Navy and BYU, and one team is really at a massive disadvantage. And I'm not taking away from BYU's win. Clearly, Navy was not ready to play. And so it would be an unfair advantage. Now, believe me,
That's the most prepared Navy team I've ever seen, Scott. I don't know what you're talking about.
But if you're Utah, you go, yeah, we want to get these California, Oregon schools. We want to get them when they haven't practiced. And I think to have fair competition, that could also be an option.
We got the poll up about when will the Pac-12 start up, and the question is October, November, December, or 2021. October, which was what my vote is, a vote of just trying to be positive. That's really what I'm doing. It's got 30%. November's got 30%. December's got 3.5%. But then you're back up to 2021 at some point, either in January or just punting all the way to the
December
fall.
isn't going to happen for anyone.
December, they would just go, look, it's the holidays coming up.
Right.
Let's just start in 2021. Like make up.
We'll have a New Year's resolution.
Right. So there's your vote so far. And my vote was October. So it's interesting to see where this thing could be. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I want it to work. And I think Jeremiah said it last night, Scott. What was it? It was like, look, when the SEC starts going, everyone's going to look and go, what on earth have we been doing? Why have we not been playing? Why? Like you think that the precipitous noise from your crowd or your area of the country is getting louder and louder of we got to play football.
Well,
when the SEC starts up, that pressure is going to be on.
Think about where we were 5 weeks ago, and we were like
massively depressed.
A very different different outlook, right? And so think about what's going to happen 5 weeks into the future. When the Pac-12 originally made this decision, they're going to have 10 weeks to really look at this and say, you know what? And so they should feel pretty confident about, go, no go, as they call it, to play the season.
Let's switch gears just a little bit here.
I want to talk about this.
Now, this one's interesting. This kind of falls into the category of Ask Scott Anything. And I saw this report today, and I thought, well, let's ask Scott what he thinks, because Bruce Arians was very critical of Tom Brady after the game. Publicly, he said, look, I did not expect to see that out of Tom Brady. A couple of picks, including a pick 6 against the Saints. That was not the Tom Brady I was expecting to see in game 1. And everyone kind of went, neither did we. And for me, I just kind of moved on from it. But there were people who were not happy with how Bruce Arians talked about, this quarterback who came from New England and obviously has been to 9 Super Bowls, and he went, this is not what I expected from Tom Brady. And Brett Favre even got on his radio show and criticized Bruce Arians for calling out Tom Brady publicly and said, look, the last guy you need to be worried about is Tom Brady. What is the psychology of Bruce Arians saying something? Was he right about it? When do you keep your mouth shut versus, has Tom Brady earned not having to hear anything?
I saw this movie it was a Football Life with Mike Holmgren. And he leaves BYU in 1985. And it's right after the 49ers have won their second Super Bowl. And now he's going to be the quarterback coach for the San Francisco 49ers. And he's going to coach Joe Montana. All he's been is a quarterback coach at BYU for a few years, right? That's the extent of his coaching career at that point. Joe Montana looks at him first meeting and he goes, I want you to coach me tough. I want you to push me. I want to get better than I am today. And it really stuck with Mike Holmgren. And he understood, these players expect excellence, right? Tom Brady expects to be perfect. He's not happy at all with what happened. And Bruce Arians understands this as well. And so Brett Favre's comment is a legitimate comment. As far as there's a certain way to handle quarterbacks. There just is, and they're all
Bruce
different.
Arians has a lot of experience, but he doesn't have the experience that Tom Brady has.
And he hadn't won any Super Bowls either, like Tom Brady has. Brett Favre kind of had an insightful comment. He said, "Look, if they talked about this beforehand, and Bruce said, Tom, you need to understand, I'm going to get on you publicly." And and it's not really a message for you. It's a message for everyone else. Because it's if I'm going to get on Tom Brady and I'm going to push him to be excellent, then I have a license to push everyone else to be excellent. And I'll actually bet that has more to do with it than him actually being a jerk and making probably one of the greatest football player, NFL football players of all time look bad. Because I just remember listening to it on Sunday and I'm like, whoa. Because it never happens. You never have a superstar player publicly, flogged by his coach. And a lot of times the only time it happens is when that guy's out the door. It certainly doesn't happen after week 1. And I think Bruce Arians says, look, I don't care what week it is. I don't care if he hasn't been in our offense. He doesn't know our players. This is Tom Brady and this is me. And I expect excellent effort from you all the time. I'm telling you, Don Shula ripped on me, and he ripped on guys every single day. And you never cried about it. You never felt bad about it. You understood that he was pushing you to be the very best you could possibly be. And all Bruce Arians is just saying, look, I just this performance is unacceptable. If we're going to go anywhere, and you're going to be who you want to be, and I'm going to be who I want to be, and this team is going to be who it wants to be. And it's a scary proposition because when your coach starts calling you out publicly, it's whether it's good or bad, it's the worst thing in the world, Alex. It's just the coaches usually don't say anything very, like Bill Belichick just doesn't say a whole lot about Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom was good. Tom, Tom. And that was it. So it'll be interesting to see how their relationship continues moving forward and how Tom Brady's performance is. And even really the whole team.
I just am interested in that whole, I don't know, some coaches are experts at the psychology part and they know how to motivate. And I don't know. Tom Brady's the kind of guy who he's pro enough. I don't see there being a real issue. I don't see there being a real problem, like a fight between he and Bruce Arians.
You saw how Phil Jackson treated Dennis Rodman. Not the same but he knew that there were just certain things he needed to get from Dennis, and he let him be Dennis and do his thing. And I really believe great coaches get that and are willing, have the confidence to say, okay, Michael, we've let Dennis stay in his apartment with Carmen Electra long enough. You need to go get him, kind of thing.
I think that there's going to be some changes too. I mean, Tom Brady knows that he needs to play better. What do you need to remind him? Tom Brady, you're going to see a better Tom Brady this next week.
I don't think the message was for Tom Brady. The more I thought about it, I really do.
I like it. Yeah. Sports Psychology 101. Taking the break here, we've got our MVPs next right here on KSL's Unrivaled, KSL News Radio. Stay with us.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your car insurance with Right Track, which rewards you for safe driving.
As the world's most careful driver, that's perfect. Now applying 2 pounds of force for acceleration.
You really
turning in 0.3 miles and begin deceleration.
With Liberty Mutual's Right Track, you could earn up to 30% savings based on how you drive. Sign up at libertymutual.com/righttrack.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Discount on participating vehicles. Base coverages only. Availability varies.
Do business more powerfully during Dell's semi-annual sale. Save up to 45% on Dell computers and servers with Intel Core processors. It's time for you to upgrade to new modern devices with Windows 10. Also, save on electronics and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call 877-ASK-DELL to talk to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find just the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL or visit Dell.com/business deals.
In a moment, lives can change. A serious injury or illness can create barriers where there were none before. But at the new Craig H. Nielsen Rehabilitation Hospital at University of Utah Health, progress will not be contained. We are redefining the boundaries of recovery with care that goes further and helps patients go further too. Learn more at uofuhealth.org/Nielsen.
Homeowners, ever have low water pressure in the shower and can't even wash the shampoo out of your hair? You know, the shower where you have to yell, "Don't flush the toilet, I'm in the shower." Time to get rid of those old, rusty, corroded pipes and get brand new PEX or copper pipes. Repipe Specialists. They'll repipe your home in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. Call for your free in-home estimate and get 20% off when you call us today at 888-583-6988. 888-583-6988.
With COVID-19, teachers have more on their plates than ever. To help fulfill the state requirements for health education, Select Health created B3, Brain Body Boost. This free program helps 4th, 5th, and 6th grade teachers bring health and physical activity into the classroom with fun lessons, activities, and more. Plus, teachers earn school supplies for participating. Get started today at b3kids.com. That's b3kids.com. Brain Body Boost, powered by Select Health.
According to the CDC, cavities are one of the most common chronic diseases of childhood in the United States. The good news is that cavities are preventable. Smart Smiles is a school-based oral health program that focuses on dental disease prevention. They provide care to children at school to ensure that they have access to oral health care. Each child will get a dental exam by a dentist, an oral health assessment, and preventive services. All of this at no cost to the child or the family. Smart Smiles started this program because the sooner children begin getting regular dental checkups, the healthier their mouths will stay throughout their lives. This can help prevent cavities and tooth decay that can lead to pain, trouble concentrating, and other medical issues. Children with healthy teeth chew food easily, learn to speak clearly, and smile with confidence. If you would like their program to come to your school, please visit smartsmiles.dental to contact them. That's smartsmiles.dental. Select Health recognizes the lifelong impact made by Smart Smiles as another example of how Utah gives back.
I'm Brad Keselowski, driver of the number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang. Have you ever been in a hurry to get somewhere? When ding, your tire pressure light comes on? Properly inflated tires are essential to the health of your car and can help keep you driving safely. Check your tire pressures every month, especially before long road trips, or stop by your neighborhood tire retailer for help.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
Welcome back to KSL's Unrivaled. I'm Scott Mitchell. He's Alex Curie. And this is our show. We're rounding out the first hour of this show. Do you ever play games on your phone at all, Alex? Are you a game player?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone through streaks. To be honest, if I'm going to be honest, I don't get that into it. I might go a week where I'm like, there's some downtime when we're watching, some TV at the end of the night. Where there was like a soccer game I was into for a minute. It was kind of weird. I did do the Words with Friends for a minute. And then I found myself going down a weird rabbit hole of trying to find, Googling words.
Insane words, yeah.
Well, and I was like,
I play Scrabble.
Yo, you cheat too?
Well, I 3-letter words that start with Q.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is like
2-letter words that have a U in them.
I got to some point where I was like, this is a little much. And I think
actually, the research and learning new, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's cheating.
It is when your kids are like trying to push your phone away.
I think it's educational.
Okay.
It just says that if you know those, what are they, Sudoku?
Yeah, I think it's Sudoku.
Yeah, Sudoku.
Yeah.
Sudoku.
Yeah.
I've always loved those puzzles, and I played on the hardest level.
5 is not the hardest level.
No, it's the expert level.
Okay.
But let me tell you something. And you may laugh at this because you're not my age, Alex.
I know.
You're much younger than I am.
Not that much younger.
Well, you are.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'll take it.
I need to do these things to keep my brain active. And you think it's a weird thing, but they actually claim it helps to keep your brain. It's they.
You
people.
look down at the app maker who says, "This is good for you."
4 out of 5 dentists.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, there you go. So Scott, can I just ask you this? During our show, will you keep the Sudoku to a minimum?
I only play during the breaks. And and when you're talking, and other than that,
when I'm talking, I totally dial into what I'm saying.
It's game time.
All right, let's jump in. It's that time of the night where we hand out fake awards to people who don't even know they get these awards. Most of the time, it's our unrivaled MVPs. Oh my heavens! I've got President Bush throwing out a
fake crowd noise or what?
No, yes. You know what? We should pipe in. We should pipe in some fake crowd noise. It actually would make me feel a lot better about life. No, I was watching the old video of President Bush throwing that.
Which President Bush? There were 2.
I know. W. Not HW. W. Where he threw that pitch out after 9/11.
Gotcha.
During the World Series. I mean, he hummed that thing in there. One thing you can't deny is that President Bush killed that first pitch on that.
There's nothing
9/11.
worse than someone who throws out the first pitch, and you really can't even.
The guy owned a baseball team. The guy owned a baseball team, and he was just an athlete.
Probably through batting practice.
His dad played at Yale. I mean, he's a baseball player. So I was watching that moment. I was kind of getting a little teary eyed during the break while you were playing your Sudoku. I was over here I was
playing Scrabble. Actually.
Okay. It's our MVPs. Let's do it.
The unrivaled MVP. Scott and Alex crown tonight's most valuable player. According to Alex. According to Scott. Most valuable player.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
I didn't want to do this, but here we are.
Oh, boy.
The Denver Nuggets.
I'm sitting down.
The Denver Nuggets are my MVP.
You can't do that. Just on principle. You cannot do that.
This is why.
I'm not going to let you do it.
Scott,
just say you don't have one tonight. Just say, look, you know what?
No. Listen, you've given like LeBron James like multiple MVPs.
Nah, maybe 1 or 2.
So that's what I'm saying is like even guys we don't like, even cities we don't like, even cities that claim that they have mountains and they don't. Sometimes we can recognize really great things that they do. Yeah, you might be a mile high.
You gotta let this hatred of Denver go. It's
no way.
It's really
all
bad.
they need to do is just
pulling
recognize. You down. I hope it would pull them down below a mile high, so that they can't be the mile high city anymore.
What? So, pull them down to like 4,500 feet,
even just like 5,000.
5,000.
They're below it. No, but what I'm saying is that the Denver Nuggets pulled off something that's never happened. Down 3-1 in the last 2 series in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's insane.
Dead in the water in the last 2 series. And to win 3 games in a row against the Jazz, who they were getting blown out by, to win 3 games in a row,
and the Jazz are like a Western Conference final team, right?
Well, they would be at this point. Yeah. Now,
so
see that's what I want to know is if people are looking at this and going, we should be there, right? We should be in the Western Conference Finals. I love that the Nuggets went. We don't care. I like Jokic. I like that he's. I like, that they won that they beat the Clippers. That's really what I like. But coming back from that deficit, I don't know if they just chalk this one up to being an interesting, this is just a bubble situation, Scott. I don't know if you just chalk it up to the bubble situation, but my MVP are the Denver Nuggets, and to come back 3-1, I think they should just start the series with the Lakers down 3-1. I think that would make things a little bit more interesting if they just would start the next series 3-1. Are you playing Sudoku?
No, I'm not playing.
Oh, okay.
I'm multitasking. I'm listening to everything you say. No, and actually, because I was debating whether I would let you do this, and as you started, you convinced me. Because it's a remarkable thing, actually, for the Denver Nuggets to be down 3-1. I mean, you just don't come back from that. You have one off night. You have one bad, you miss something, and you have no room. I mean, there's no margin of error. You just can't stumble. And you're the other team. You go, we just got to beat them one out of the next 3 games, just one. And no one could do it. The Jazz couldn't do it, and certainly the Clippers, who everyone thought should do it, weren't able to do it. So good MVP. Would you like me to do mine now?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Oh, so he's still
no, he
last minute.
No.
Okay.
All right, my MVP is really it's just people. It's because it's not one person. You have to. It's just people. My MVP is everybody.
Let's play the music and let's get out of it.
Everybody.
You're an MVP. You're the MVP.
You get a car.
What's funny is that you could have picked Stephen Gostkowski.
I can't say his name.
I know.
So
the kicker.
No, I don't.
But you won't. You will never give a kicker an MVP in your life.
Even talk about kickers.
No, I just want to. You know what?
No.
I do have one. You know who it is? Put a mirror up to your face. It's you, everybody.
Stop it. Let me explain myself here. All right, this guy Matt Robertson.
Okay,
he's a professional bass fisherman, right? And I'm a huge.
You're the largest mouth of all of the bass fishermen fans. Yes,
he went to. This is true. He went to a fishing tournament in he was in Louisiana. No, quit it. And his wife dropped him off at the lake. And she took their Tahoe to Walmart, and it had all of his fishing gear. It had everything.
Oh my!
And
it's happened to me millions of times.
And it was stolen while she was in.
Oh!
So he was at this fishing tournament. He's trying to make a
bass fishing
They
gear?
took everything, and so all these
Stolen
people
at
they heard it on social media, and all these people just flooded in, like paying him money. They gave him all this fishing gear. They gave him these gift cards to like Bass Pro Shop.
One of those Snoopy poles you can get at Walmart.
It was a Frozen pole. Right?
Okay.
From the movie Frozen.
So this guy's MVP because what?
Because all these people helped him out in his time of need.
Oh, I forgot. It's not him. It's people.
It's all the people.
Soylent Green is people. Oh my gosh! Can we play the music now? I mean, my heavens, this is
Scott. You make me feel bad about my MVP.
You the real MVP, Scott. You know who I think it is? It's just people. Just if you're walking around out there, you're having a bad day, you're my MVP. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's take the break here. We'll come back. News, traffic, and weather. We'll come back to this show. We've got so much more going on. When we return, what do we have? Oh, I've got we've got some more Pac-12 discussions to have about what state officials are calling what practice should look like. And I've got more sound from the Big Ten as to how they're going to get things going with their season. Stay right here with us. More to go. It's KSL's Unrivaled on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale, KSL Salt Lake City.
Good evening. It is 8 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Mark Jackson. KSL's top local stories happening tonight. A Salt Lake police officer is facing aggravated assault charges after he reportedly allowed his K-9 partner to bite a black man, even though the man was doing what he was told. NAACP President John Netta Williams says the organization supports the decision of prosecutors in this case.
When we ask our folks to do what they're asked to do by the officers, and then the prosecutor come back and say that he was out of policy in what had happened, then there are consequences.
The probable cause statement says Officer Nicholas Pierce and his dog Tuco went around a chain-link fence to arrest Jeffrey Ryans. DA Sim Gill says Ryans was following the orders of the other officer on scene. Salt Lake City Police Department says their internal affairs investigation is ongoing. Our top national stories we're following tonight. What's happening today? President Trump taking questions at a briefing earlier on a variety of subjects, including one he's been very outspoken about, voting in the upcoming 2020 elections, claiming that sending out unsolicited ballots by the millions is irresponsible and could delay results days, weeks, even months.
The thing that really
works is you go to the ballot box. It's going to be very safe.
Chris Krebs, head of cybersecurity and infrastructure protection for the Department of Homeland Security, tells ABC News that really by the day after the election, a good chunk of those results should be ready to go.
Right at 8 o'clock on election night, we do usually get a fairly large dump of results, and those come from all the by-mail ballots that have already been submitted.
He does say that we might have to wait a little bit longer this year for complete results this go around. Well, coming up, temperatures will plummet over the weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 8:02.
Even with school and work upside down right now, we're here.
Markets out of whack? We're here.
We're here for you with important news before 9.
You can always count on us.
KSL News Radio, Utah's all-day companion for news.
For nearly a decade, Universal Men's Clinic has specialized in treating ED and low testosterone with customized treatment programs that deliver a high success rate. For your convenience, we now offer telemedicine appointments. You can now safely and easily connect with our medical team anywhere you have internet access. We are confident we can medically improve your ED or low testosterone, or we will refund your money. Call Universal Men's Clinic at 801-263-7777 or visit universalmensclinic.com.
You hear that? It's your dishwasher that's covered by American Home Shield, which you've loaded perfectly, humming away as you kick back on the couch. A perfect harmony. Keep that everything in its place feeling with an American Home Shield plan. As a member, you'll have peace of mind knowing your budget is protected if that dishwasher stops humming like it should. An American Home Shield plan covers parts of up to 21 home appliances and systems when they wear out, no matter their age. If they can't fix your covered item, they'll replace it. For a free quote and $50 off any of their flexible plans, visit ahs.com/KSL. I'll say it again so you have time to write it down. Ready? It's ahs.com/KSL. Join American Home Shield today for $50 off any plan. Then, get back to the soothing sounds of your home and the confidence of coverage. Service fees, limitations, and exclusions apply. See plan for details.
If there was ever a time to live united, it is now. Now is the time to speak with one voice, to build up, not tear down. It's time to join hands and live united against the problems that keep our communities from thriving. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you? Volunteer or donate now at unitedway.org.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by Mountain America Credit Cards. Find your fave. Looks like we got one new trouble spot that's going to be up in Davis County. Clearfield, northbound I-15, right near 700 South. And then West Valley City, 2 left lanes still closed, 3500 South, 40th West, the big wreck there. This fall, social distance in wide open spaces, fresh air, endless trails, and scenery for miles. All at Ruby's Inn. Ruby's is closest to Bryce Canyon. Prices lower than ever. Ruby'sInn.com. Valley weather on the way down to about 64 degrees overnight. It'll be a little on the warm side tomorrow. We're not out of that heat just yet. We'll be 91, 89 on Friday. Then it takes a big, drastic fall in temperatures. Saturday, Sunday will be in the mid-50s. Right now, clear skies. Downtown 81 degrees at 8:05 at KSL News Radio 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, KSLNewsRadio.com. This is Utah's all-day companion for news.
KSL's Unrivaled. The teams you live for. The sports you love. Scott Mitchell and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. It's KSL's Unrivaled. Alex Keary, Scott Mitchell.
Playing some games there, are you?
No, I wish I could get into the games like you do on the old cell phone there.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't.
You have way too many kids.
I know.
You don't have time for yourself.
And all they do is
there's only one time you have to yourself, and we know what that time is.
It's during the breaks.
No, it's not during. It's not during.
What is it?
There's just a time every dad has that he's alone. It's a bathroom time. And that's sacred.
I'm too afraid to drop my phone in the toilet, though. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
And it's like
Have you ever done that, by the way?
No, and okay. I have nightmares about it.
Like, would you fish it out if you did?
That's what I'm saying. Is the reaching in part.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that. All right.
I wouldn't reach in for
Scott, this is a family show. We're going to kick the 8 o'clock hour off here with some of the things that the Big Ten commissioner has said today about the Big Ten kicking off more football, or at least they have a date in mind when they're going to kick football off. That, of course, is going along with whatever the health experts in their area, in their state, in their counties are all recommending. But they have picked out August 23rd and 24th for football to kick off. October.
Okay.
23rd and 24th.
Because that's next year. We've already gone through August.
The poll would be right on, dead on with the 2021 kickoff. October 23rd and 24th is the tentative date, or the date that they are looking really, really hard at. The Pac-12 also started to kind of shift some papers around this afternoon and go, yeah, no, we're looking too. We are totally looking hardcore at getting this thing kicked off, and they've even been reported to have been talking about the end of October, early November as well. It's our 8:05 cut to kick things off here. Let's do it.
The Cut at 8:05. The unquestioned, undeniable, unrivaled. Top sports story of the hour. Here's what made the cut.
Do you believe these guys when they're talking and they go, oh yeah, we 100% player safety, player safety, player safety, player safety?
Do I believe that they're concerned about the player safety?
Yes.
Well, no, it's what I was saying earlier in the show. They're concerned about risk management, lawsuits. So it's more
player
about
safety with the lawsuits, so they don't get in trouble.
Yes, exactly. So it sounds good. It's we're following the medical experts and their voices. It's a statement that they can live by and stand behind, and not take a bunch of heat for.
Here's what Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren said today about the return to football in the Big Ten. If I can get it going here. Come on now. Still got my music going here. Oh, here we go. Let's go right to... Yes, here we go. Let's do it.
The only focus and goal that we've had over the last 40 days was to safely allow our student athletes to return to competition so they can fulfill their dreams of being able to get a world-class education at one of our 14 institutions, but to be able to compete at the highest possible level from an athletic standpoint. And our chancellors and presidents, they have been laser focused from day one to making sure that we create an environment to allow our student athletes to participate in the most safe and healthy manner.
Here's what happened. They were in the foxhole, and they threw a grenade out, and they just ducked. And they just said, hey,
and then they popped
no
up
season.
And then they popped up and went,
yeah,
what happened?
And then all of
everybody's
a sudden,
dead?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, this whole rapid testing came out, and it was just a way for them to save face. That's all this is. And people want to make it out to be, they've been hard at work and they've been doing all this stuff.
When they found out with the test, they got that rapid testing, and they cared about the athletes.
They just screwed up. They panicked. Okay, and it's not anyone's fault. I mean, this is unprecedented territory. You don't know. I mean, no one knows. But they just took a more conservative approach, and it's kind of like, institutions. It's government tends to kind of side on the side of just being overly cautious.
My favorite thing from all of this. I'll continue here with the standardized, safe to play environment that they're going with. This is Kevin Warren, the commissioner of the Big Ten, continuing.
Based upon the standards that were set by our chancellors and presidents from day one, is that we need to make sure that we create an environment that would allow for our student athletes to participate in intercollegiate athletics in a healthy and safe environment. And the standards that we needed, we had to go to work. We had to be fluid. We need to show some flexibility. And once we reached that point, and that we felt that we were comfortable to proceed forward and to be able to create that environment, we were able to go forward.
So I'm calling baloney on this. I am. I'm just listening to this.
From day one, Scott, we had this plan.
I know day one was like in March, okay, and they went all through the summer, and they came up with a plan, and they came up with a schedule.
Like day one. That's what I'm saying.
And
from day one,
they did all this stuff. I don't want to beat a drum to death here, but the more I listen to this, it's the more I feel that I'm right about what I'm saying. I really do, and not that I ever thought I wasn't. Nothing people say is what really is. When they come out with a statement in public, they are trying to create a narrative. Okay, it happens in politics, it happens in sports. These coaches, they don't tell you what's going on behind the doors. Bruce Arians doesn't tell you what his relationship is with Tom Brady. Bill Belichick doesn't tell you anything, and he only tells you things he wants you to know. So we sit here and we listen to all this baloney, and it is baloney. And they want us to believe that they just magically, well, they were trying so hard, and they came out with a schedule for the Big Ten. They came out with all these.
That was their day one. That was their day one plan,
right? And they go, and we've created a safe environment, and then all of a sudden they switched gears, and they switched gears because the players said we're united. And we want some concessions, and they realize these players, when they all of a sudden they're saying, we want our rights, we want our licensing rights, we want to get paid, we want all of this stuff. It changes the whole landscape and environment, and they just got nervous, and they made a rash decision, and they regretted it, and they had even the president could not bail them out because that would be terrible.
Here's the interesting thing too. I look at this and I wonder, how much of it was the pressure that they were getting from the community versus the financial pressure, which certainly is probably the biggest thing. That's the biggest factor. They start to see the bottom lines, and that's the bottom line. But, the Pac-12, when they started talking about what they need to actually be able to return, the Mercury News asked a California state official about practices and games, and I don't know who they asked, but they got this as a response. Well, teams can find workarounds to the 11-on-11 practices. Okay, because right now you can't have 11-on-11 contact practices, right, in California. So they said, look, why not have walkthroughs? They suggested.
They already have walkthroughs, by the way.
They can practice against air. They can use virtual reality and tackle dummies. I just love the idea of virtual reality. Put on the Oculus. Pretend like you're making that tackle. Good job, kid.
The only person that works for is a quarterback. It doesn't even really work for a quarterback, just so you know.
Here's my favorite one. They can use mental exercises. This is like when my dad would go,
hey,
I don't know, why don't you go to your room and just think to yourself for a while? Like that was get you out of your hair. You're like, Dad, I'm bored. You know what? Why don't you go in your room, shut your door, and think about life for a while. Go through some mental exercises.
Play games on your phone.
Here's what I love. UCLA coming out of the gate, playing Utah. I hope UCLA has played all the mental games that they can, the mental exercises that they can. Because the Utes are going to be hitting, and then UCLA is going to come to town, and it's going to be nasty, like it always has been. So this is going to be a benefit.
I don't know, Alex, because let's go back to Cobra Kai. And let's go back to wax on, wax off, right? And he sat there and he goes, "These are stupid. This is stupid stuff. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?" And then all of a sudden, he saw the benefit of it. So maybe there is something to these mental games, these virtual, these practice against air kind of things. But this
is saying,
take all the teams, go wash cars. That's what I say.
Okay.
Wax on, wax off. And you'll beat Cobra Kai.
You know what, Scott? Listen, I think the Pac-12...
It's a thing, Alex.
The Pac-12 has it figured out because of you. You know why? Hey, Scott Mitchell, former NFL quarterback, says, using the wax-on, wax-off technique, talked to us by the late, great Mr. Miyagi, we can learn a lot. So go ahead and go out, wash cars, paint the fence. What was the other thing? Wax on, wax off.
Sand the floors.
Sand the floors.
Yeah.
We got to get to the break. When we come back, Sam Farnsworth, KSL5 Television, is going to join us.
Oh, Sam.
We're going to talk about a lot of things. The Pac-12 possibly underway. Also, we're going to talk about the possibility of making a little Salt Lake bubble right here where we live. I'll invite some California teams to come practice. Look, Harriman's got a big football field they can play on. How fun would it be to have USC playing at the Harriman High School field on weekends? They're not going to be playing in front of fans anyway. Corner Canyon could play USC, and if USC's only playing mind games or whatever, they'd probably have a pretty good shot against Corner Canyon. Have a pretty good shot against them. Let's take the break. We'll come back. We'll talk with Sam right around the corner, right here in KSL's Unrivaled.
What a week for the state of Utah.
The Point.
Home to high-tech jobs, a world-class research facility, and lots of open space.
The brand new airport has opened in Salt Lake City.
This is history happening, and it's going to affect all of us. It'll change how we commute, the taxes we pay, growth, jobs, so much. So keep updated with Tim and Amanda each day. They're the voices you've come to know on Utah's Morning News, 5 to 9 on KSL News Radio, Utah's all-day companion for news.
Join Pet IQ's hiring event Tuesday, September 15th and Wednesday, September 16th for a drive-through job fair. Pet IQ is hiring full-time production roles for both day and night shifts. Pet IQ offers a full benefits package, including health care, paid time off, and right now they're offering a $500 sign-on bonus. Pet IQ is redefining pet health, providing a smarter way for pet parents to take care of their pets. This starts with the best-in-class manufacturing facilities. Join the Pet IQ team now. Bring your resume to the Pet IQ drive-through hiring event at 1375 North Mountain Springs Parkway in Springville, Tuesday and Wednesday before 6 p.m. Or visit Pet IQ's career page at petiq.com for more information. On-the-spot interviews and job offers available for qualified candidates. And take advantage of their limited-time $500 sign-on bonus. Pet IQ is a team-oriented growing company dedicated to helping pets live their best lives. Attend the event or visit petiq.com for more information. With everything that's happening right now across the world, people are getting anxious. But if you already suffer from anxiety or depression and then stack everything on top of that, the personal consequences can be devastating. Don't let your anxiety take over. There is nothing more essential than your mental health. There is a brighter tomorrow, and it can be yours with Therapy Reset. Visit resetutah.com and see if you're a candidate for ketamine infusion therapy. It stimulates neuron growth and helps brain cells communicate better with each other. What does that do for you? The answer just might surprise you. The birds will sing and the sun will shine tomorrow, and you need to be a part of it. Right now, new patients get $400 off their treatment series. Therapy Reset is an essential business and open to help with anxiety and depression, especially now. Visit resetutah.com for more information and call today. The consultation is free, and the result could be life-changing. Visit resetutah.com.
When Whipple Service Champions was just a pup, I went on a misadventure to Tijuana for a paint job on my old plumbing truck, an old blood orange Ford Econoline. It was too much to paint everything white, including the door well, so I repainted it the same orange. On the way home, I parked my shiny newly painted van on a hill in San Diego. Parking brake gave way, and down the hill it crashed into a brick flower box. Back to Tijuana for Bondo and primer. No money to repaint. The gray patch stayed on my plumbing truck for years. A lot of struggle, persistence, and not giving up passed. Now Whipple Service Champions is your best choice for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, electrical, and drain cleaning. Winner of Utah's Best of State Company 9 times in 9 years. See why? Call now and get $100 off any repair of $300 or more. 801-444-FAST. That's 801-444-FAST.
Whipple, they come, plumbing troubles all gone.
For emergencies, when you call today, we come today.
Hey, this is Dan, the laptop man from PC Laptops. I know we're going through a lot right now. Many states are quarantining people to their homes so that they have to work remotely. One of the things that's really important is to have a computer that's functioning correctly. One with a good webcam, one that's fast so you can be productive, one that has a good quality screen because you're going to be on this all day remotely. Computer supply has been strained because manufacturing has almost stopped. At PC Laptops, we've secured a limited quantity of laptop and desktop computers that are backed with a lifetime service guarantee. They're available for you right now in limited quantity. The great thing about PC Laptops is this. Once you buy your new computer, if you have any problems or questions, we're here to take care of you. Also, to make it really easy right now, we've arranged with some banks to offer 12-month special financing. Get into PC Laptops right now, because at PC Laptops, we're here for you and we're in this together. PCLaptops.com.
All right, welcome back to KSL's Unrivaled. I'm Scott Mitchell. He is Alex Curie, and we also have Sam Farnsworth from KSL TV. If you don't catch all of this program, you can go to KSL Sports. It's the KSL Sports app.
Yeah, and KSLSports.com.
And sports.com, and you can find all of this program, every single word. We encourage you to do that because we know you're in your car, and we know that you stall your time. Like you went to the grocery store, you're coming home from work, and you're sitting in the driveway just on like bated breath, waiting for the next segment to happen.
Don't play the Candy Crush or Candy Crunch. Candy Crush.
You know what's really sad to me, Alex? Oh, wait a sec. You know what happened?
What?
I might be calling college football games. Did you know that? Did I tell you that earlier?
I know. It was the only thing that got a smile on your face.
That's pretty
today.
exciting. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Sam Farnsworth, so peer through, what is that, 6 panes of glass to be able to see Sam?
You can still hear him.
Yeah, you can. Sam, how are things, buddy? Everything going okay?
I'm good. I feel like I'm in the box of shame here. Or the
No. It's like the $64,000 question. You're like in there, and then like, well, turn your mic off at some point, and you won't hear the answers in your soundproof booth. No, today obviously a lot of movement in the realm of college football kicking off in the other 2 Power 5 conferences, possibly. The Big Ten saying, here's the date we're working on, and the Pac-12 saying, we're working on it, and then the possibility of maybe a date in late October, early November. It was good to see movement in that direction, but it also feels like, oh boy, everybody's looking around going, we almost screwed this thing up.
Yeah.
And maybe it's too late. At this point, I don't think it's too late, but they might be too late to be a part of a college football playoff discussion.
Yeah, and that's completely why these guys want to get back in on it, right? I mean, they're watching the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12 continue with the football season with the intent to play postseason bowl games, postseason tournament, 4-team playoff with a championship, and they're like, wait, these guys aren't slowing down. They don't care that we're not in this. If we want a shot, we better jump in real quick. I'm really curious to see how well this goes for the Big Ten, trying to squeeze in 8 games in 8 weeks, and you have to hope that everything goes without a hitch, that there's no positive
they have rapid testing, and they have rapid recovery. See, so they find out sooner, and they get it over with quicker. You know what you failed to mention, Navy BYU, and I think that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. When everyone saw BYU and Navy playing, they said we got to get in on the action here. There was an article in KSLSports.com from Tom Hackett talking about Salt Lake City potentially being a bubble city, with some of the air quality conditions and the limitations to play for some of these schools.